So Sacramento will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Mr. Clutch out there with West. Then it's Goodrich. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Thomas in at the 5 down low.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me, it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
And here's West from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Yao with the block. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
West with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Sabonis, the three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Mr. Clutch has got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Mr. Clutch after the Kings pick up 2. West can't hit.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Pass to Big Smooth. Here's Yao, and he banks in the layup. Yao's got his second bucket.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Thomas gets a wide open look, gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got 5 now.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Big Smooth the pass to Ewing. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Sabonis. Again, Sacramento.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
West kicks to Goodrich. From 11 feet away, Sabonis grabs the board. Kings leading now by 4. And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Warriors trail by 4. West kicks to Goodrich. From 13, Yao with the block. Inside, and the basket by Brewer.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Stockton's checked in for West, and it's Price in for Mr. Clutch. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. Warriors trail by 6. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And that one's good. Price.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterwards.
They get it again to the middle. Pass to Ewing. Back to Grant. Outside Bradley. The three-pointer is right on target.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter. You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Goodrich. And here's Price. There's a screen. Here's Thomas. Grant gets the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Kings on top, up 9. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Goodrich is out there with Barbosa. Then there's West. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Thomas in at the 5 spot. And the free throw, no good. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors with possession here. Sacramento making their last shot. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 7. Good work from Barbosa. Kings shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. 13 feet away. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
A leaner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
From outside the arc. Tries again. Here's Brewer. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Brewer's